Hi, welcome back. This is Management Consulting 101, where I'll be sharing tips, tricks, and strategies to make your application stand out if you are thinking about applying to go into management consulting or consulting in general. Last episode, we talked about tips to improve your resume. This episode, let's talk about 5 tips to make your cover letter stand out. And how I will structure this episode, let's peruse through the 5 tricks really quickly, and then let's read through my cover letter, a cover letter that I wrote back then in 2022. I know there are some things that if I was to go back, I would improve, but it was good at that time. So we'll go through that cover letter and see where some of these tips kind of jump out. Number 1, to start with a strong personalized hook. You know how we start every cover letter with I'm applying for this position, I'm writing to apply, it's my pleasure to apply. Instead of wasting space and writing generic opening statements, make the first impression really strong. As you know, first impressions do matter. Start with something like a compelling achievement, a clear connection to the organization's mission. How do you know their mission? Because you've read through their website and you know some of the projects they do, and mission statement and vision, etc. Start with a sharp statement of value. An example: as an engineer who has led initiatives impacting XXYZ stakeholders across regions, I'm drawn to MBB, whatever MBB, commitments to scalable impact or sustainable impact or whatever. How do you know they are committed to sustainable or scalable impact? Again, you've gone through their website and you've noted down some of the things that they pride themselves in. Number 2, like we said, focus on impact and not responsibilities. Here, you are not reporting what you did. Like, I led a team of 5 people, or I was responsible for doing ABCD. We don't care. When you were doing that, what impact did you leave? Like we mentioned when we were talking about resume, they care so much about the impact. They care so much about the so what, not what you did. Number 3, like we mentioned during the resume episode, quantify as much as possible. We said the words you say, they could just be claims, but if you add some numbers, then there is some credibility behind it. Add some revenue numbers, add some time reduced, funds raised. Give a good estimate in terms of numbers, dollar value, percentage, relative percentages. We mentioned something like, instead of saying where I graduated top of my class, say I graduated top 1% of a class of 100 students. So quantify as much as possible. Number 4, customize. No one wants generic cover letters. No one wants that. And so how do you customize? You go through the website, like we've mentioned, understand their mission statement, their vision, understand their business model, understand recent projects that they've done, that they've highlighted on their website or newsletters, understand some of the challenges they are going through, understand their values, like we've mentioned. So strategic priorities, what are they saying they will do? Research some of those things so that when you write your cover letter, you make sure you mention somewhere some of those stuff that you've read. And then as you customize to the company's to their company's mission, etc., you make sure you also connect your skills. I know by this time you have so many skills or you've done so much. They do not want to hear about all those things. When they are reading your cover letter, they want to know some of those skills, experiences that will help them, that are related to what they do. And so you sieve out and you only highlight some of the skills and experiences that directly speak to their context. Also, just generally, generic cover letters just show like low effort. You just pulled a cover letter that you applied to, 10 companies. They can tell that it's generic and you've used to apply to so many other companies. So try and customize as much as possible. We will see an example in my cover letter. Number 5, like we said, first impression do matter, as well as how you close. So close with confidence. Instead of closing the last line by saying, I look forward to hearing from you, or not saying anything at all, try and end instead with reinforced value, confidence, enthusiasm. An example, you could say something like, I welcome the opportunity to bring my analytical rigor and cross-sector experience and skills to support MBB's next phase of growth. Strong closing equal to strong final impression. You want to leave a very strong final impression. Now, let's read through my cover letter and pick out some of those tips as well as gaps that when I read now, I see. So overall, you want to make sure that the structure is correct. So you make sure you confirm that you're using the correct template. But generally, you just want a normal cover letter with your address somewhere. I don't know where you put it. I don't know if it's top left or top right, wherever you place it. But you have your address, you have a date, and then you have their address. In this case, I'm just redacting their name. This company, let's just call it MBB. It's one of the MBBs. So my address at the top, as you can see, the date I applied, this was February 8th. Perfect. This is coincidence. This is like how many years later? 2022, 23, 24, 25, 26. 4 years ago in February is when I applied. And then their address, as you can see. And then I said, advanced degree recruiting manager. So when I was applying, I was a postdoc when I was applying. And that's why you see I was directing it to advanced degree recruiting manager, because they had a program which allowed postdocs, PhDs, JDs, MDs, anyone with an advanced degree to do a 1-month internship at this particular MBB company to just have a feel of how the work is like, so that you decide if you want to continue full time. So I applied for that 1 month, and then at the end of the 1 month, there were 2 rounds of interviews to then confirm your offer at the end of that internship period. So that's why my cover letter is reading a little bit different. Again, if you are an advanced degree candidate and you want to try some of these trial periods, it's kind of a trial period. You want to see if you like the kind of job that these people do. These MBBs, particularly an MBB, I mean M, McKinsey, B, BCG, B, the other B is Bain. There is an episode that I made listing out some of the programs that those 3 companies have, particularly for advanced degree candidates. So you make sure you check that episode to see whichever MBB you are interested in. Try the internship period, just so that you see if this is the kind of job you want to do. Let's continue with my cover letter. So the first sentence, I'm excited to apply. We said we do not want to waste space. So if I was to go back, I would 100% change this opening statement. It's not very strong. I would change this one. But anyway, this is what I wrote. I'm excited to apply for the position of full-time consultant at, let's call it MBB. I won't name names. Let's just say MBB, placeholder for this company. Through the whatever is in brackets here is the name of their internship period for advanced degree candidates. Go to that episode again and learn more about this program. As advertised on the careers page of your website, I'm currently in my final year of postdoctoral research fellowship at MIT. I earned my PhD, DPhil in engineering science from the University of Oxford. Before the University of Oxford, I pursued BSc mechanical engineering at Jomo Kenyatta University in Kenya. I thoroughly enjoy and am motivated by diverse problems, and it is the main reason I'm transitioning into management consulting. Consulting will undoubtedly expose me to not only diverse industries but also diverse business problems. So what I was trying to do with this opening paragraph was show, don't tell. As you know, most of these management consulting companies, they do a lot of diverse problems. They could be helping a client in consumer goods, or a client in aerospace, or a client in automotive industry. And so I just wanted to show that, hey, I have actually, even just through my own training, that I am a trained mechanical engineer. I also did a graduate school in aerospace and also different continents, right? Just to show that I have actually in my past life, even just through my own academic training, that I'm a person of diverse interests. Like, I'm just curious and I always want to know what's happening in different industries. So that is what I was aiming to get at in that first paragraph. Many people will just write the last statement. I'm applying for this position because I'm motivated by diverse problems, and it's the main reason I'm transitioning in consulting. Why should we believe you? If you just say that, you are telling. But show me, where is the evidence? Where is the evidence that you are motivated by diverse problems? So that is what I was trying. I was trying with that first paragraph, kind of very strong opening to what motivated me to go into management consulting. The second paragraph. The following are examples of several skills and experiences that I believe make me a very strong candidate. And the first one I wanted to highlight my advanced degree, of course. Remember, this was a 1-month internship for advanced degree candidates. And so 100% I wanted to highlight my PhD. So a PhD that has ingrained transferable skills like grit, problem solving skills. Again, you do not just name random skills. You make sure you name the skills that are important to consulting. Aside from learning core engineering skills like computer modeling and writing scientific papers, the PhD journey taught me a myriad of transferable skills that have propelled me both within and outside my research. 2 skills that stand out for me, like I mentioned, I wanted to just name 2 skills that I thought would be interesting or will catch an eye of a consulting recruiter. Number 1, I mentioned problem solving and then tenacity. A PhD is a long journey of solving one problem after another, starting from an unknown, developing hypothesis, testing the hypothesis, and arriving at a convincing, actionable conclusion. Constantly walking in the journey of the unknown, I quickly learned to be adaptable and tenacious, to be okay to try, fail, learn, try again. I believe these transferable skills will be crucial as a consultant. 2, the second thing that I highlighted, experienced leader and socialpreneur. I have served in various leadership positions that have honed my management and leadership skills, including, this second paragraph, I wanted to show more of leadership and more of management. Like I've led teams, including being the CEO that I started a foundation that I still run actually. It's called Gladys Ngatich Foundation. I was calling it a different name here. That's why it's redacted. But if you want to read more, it's Gladys Ngatich Foundation. I have led the organization from scratch to a reputable one, positively impacting over, at that time it was like 8,000, but now I think even more than 50,000 students across Kenya through educational outreach programs, and secured close partnership with high-profile institutions like American University and UNESCO. And I was mentioning these organizations just to again, it's not random story, just showing that I've worked with high-level executives in these companies. And so those are some of the skills that I'll be bringing to the company when we go out to meet our clients. And most of the time, the clients you are meeting are like high-level executive people. So how do you build rapport quickly with high-level executives in some of these organizations? How do you manage partnership with these people? So I wanted to show that, hey, this is showing, not telling. So I wanted to show, hey, I've done this before. And so these are some of the skills that I'm bringing. Lastly, this is like the second last paragraph. I said this particular MBB stands out for me because of 2 reasons. I'm trying to talk in a structured way, like firstly, secondly, lastly. So firstly, I consider this MBB a global market leader in management consulting with a track record of being an ambitious, innovative, and people's first company. How did I know? Literally pulled out a sentence from their website that they said they are ambitious, innovative, and people-first company. They particularly pride themselves in being people-first company. So I just pulled out that phrase from their website. Secondly, I said, at a personal level, all the consultants that I've spoken to, including, the names have redacted the names, but I gave 2 examples, real names of people working in that company. One at the Boston office and then another one at the Nairobi office. So I actually reached out to these people, one through LinkedIn and I think one through mutual connection, I think. So I actually DM'd them on LinkedIn and I said, hi, I'm so and so. I'm actively recruiting to get into this company and I would appreciate 5-10 minutes of your time. People are so kind on LinkedIn, by the way. Many people are so kind and they offered their time. And I asked them their experiences and they were super helpful. They were open to chat about their experiences. My suggestion and piece of advice, if you are actively applying, it doesn't hurt. The worst case that can happen is they will say no or they will not reply to your DM. The best case is someone will actually like your profile and they are open to helping you. If you want to know how to reach out to people on LinkedIn, again, I'll refer you to this full episode I made on how to network actively on LinkedIn, an episode that I made on my other channel. So I'll just put a link here or in the description box below. That is my cover letter. If I was to go back, I feel like I could even make it a little bit more succinct. I feel like it's too wordy, too many words. You figure out how to make yours succinct, make yours well structured. Make sure you are telling a story that is relevant and that is very strong and attractive to that MBB you are applying to, not a generic cover letter. And then most importantly, my suggestion is DM people on LinkedIn. And then just ask for 5 minutes of their time to just ask them about their experiences when they were applying and even experiences at the job, just so that you have ideas. And best case scenario, there is also internal referral. As you know, so many people do apply, and occasionally they use the computer system, ATS, to sieve out people. So sometimes you are very strong, you are a strong candidate, but maybe your cover letter, your resume doesn't land in the before a human being. So that's why I am a very strong proponent of using LinkedIn to reach out to someone you have connections with on LinkedIn. Ask them for 5 or 10 minutes of their time. Build a good rapport. Ask questions. And if you have a good rapport with them, then follow up with another message and say, hey, thank you so much. I enjoyed talking with you, learning from your experiences. Do you mind referring me? They are able to generate a referral link and send to you so that you use that referral link to make your application kind of top of the pile. Anyways, that was all about cover letters. Let me know your questions down below and what other topics do you want me to cover. Before we close, I'll be answering one question at a time. So make sure you continue dropping your questions down below in the comment section. Today, let's answer this question. Do they recruit master students? So I've mentioned a lot of times that I personally have a PhD and I recruited through, they called it advanced degree program, where they were intentionally recruiting people with advanced degrees, postdocs, PhD, JDs, MDs. And that is how I got in. Most of the time, I think many people have traditionally gone through an MBA route, and then you go in as a consultant. But they do recruit master students. Short answer is yes, they do. Read through most of these guys during their recruiting season. They do lay out the eligibility criteria and all the programs that they have for different levels. So for undergrad, I know they have their own internship programs that they do run. If you want to do like a trial period, which I highly recommend, that you apply for that one month internship and then see if you like the job. But then also just generally on their website, on their career pages, when you go there, they will lay out the eligibility criteria. There are only positions you can get as an undergrad. If you have an undergrad only, there is like a level that you start from. But yes, they do recruit even master students. So continue dropping your questions in the comment section below. I'll be checking them out and answering at the end of each episode. Until next time.